I'm Marissa Lamar. I am currently a Navy reservist, teaching at the Naval Academy. Grew up in the Northern Virginia area, child of 2 soldiers, exposed to service since I was very young. Grew up around just seeing what that meant and what it enabled our family to be able to do, the opportunities it afforded all of us. My father worked at the Pentagon as an accountant for the Department of the Army, and he was injured in the 9/11 attacks. He was one of the few that was critically injured and survived. So my father was severely burned. I don't remember the exact percentage, but greater than 50% of his body. Lost sight in his left eye. Just extensive rehabilitation to be able to get functionality back and be able to kind of live a new reality with those injuries. And as a result of his service to the Army and his injuries, we were eligible for support from AER. My mom, as a former soldier, always knew about the different programs that were available to service members and had heard of AER through her service. So when she learned about the scholarship program for 9/11 survivors, their relatives, it was an easy choice to be able to apply to that and to put my name in for consideration. So my journey from just my mom knowing about the program, from learning about AER through her own service and seeing calls for donations and seeing the work that AER did for soldiers day in and day out, her exposure to that meant that I knew of a program that could help me. As an 18-year-old then, when I'm eligible, it can seem difficult to kind of piece together what that means for my future. And it has meant so much. As a young person with that degree behind me and no debt, I could go on to graduate school. I could attend USC, move to LA, study something I was excited about like public diplomacy. It meant that I could stay another year in LA while my husband, who I met in grad school, finished his program. So even the personal trajectory of having AER support my education meant that I had that flexibility. As I got more and more into my professional career, and as I got more tailored into the service that I wanted to do, they supported me going to Johns Hopkins and getting a degree in writing. And that has meant that I could come teach at the Naval Academy because I had that credential thanks to AER's support. It has meant that as a public affairs officer, I was able to go to West Virginia University and get a degree in communication. And so I'm forever grateful for that support that has really enabled me from the time I was 18 to now to be able to study what I wanted to study, work in fields that I wanted to work in without worrying about next steps. I'm proud to be a recipient of the scholarships. I wish under different circumstances, certainly, but I'm so thankful to know that AER exists and that there are people out there who see the value. And if I can do some small measure of sharing that message and showing what writing the check or entering your credit card number looks like, what it actually turns into, I'm thrilled to be able to do that. To those who've donated, I would just express a huge thank you. I'm a writer, I'm a communicator, and I cannot come up with the words to express the gratitude enough of the life-changing impact that those kinds of contributions make.